December has arrived, which means so has Ficsmas. Which means you may find the occasional package falling down from the skies, holding FICSIT presents or gifts for us all, for a whole new automation line. And I thought, given that we now have a blueprint designer, this is the perfect opportunity for us to design some Ficsmas blueprints. So far, we have 6 blueprints. We have a candy cane and Ficsmas bow blueprint, a white and gold ornament blueprint, blue ornaments, red ornaments, Ficsmas trees, and also Ficsmas branches. And I'm going to be showing you how to make all of these. And we're also going to be creating the Ficsmas decorations and the Ficsmas ornament bundles, hopefully in a blueprint soon. I can't say right now because we haven't done it yet, but we are doing these in our live streams, both on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So you're more than welcome to join us, where we plan on building Santa's little grotto, this time in the Titan Forest. Also, before we get started with the blueprints, instead of collecting all of these, which you will need to do at first, you do want to try and automate as fast as possible these Ficsmas gift trees. They're a bit of a pain to do. I will try and eventually do a blueprint for them so that you can produce all the resources in one click, but they're going to be producing the Ficsmas gifts passively. So anyway, let's head back to the blueprint designer. The first blueprint that we're going to set up is the red ornament blueprint, and this is going to produce a total of 30 red ornaments per minute once set up. This blueprint is super easy and quick to do. You're going to take 2 Ficsmas gift trees, and you're just going to place them facing away from one another at the end in the middle boxes, and then you're going to grab your smelters. The smelters are where you produce the ornaments, and we're going to place them just so they're touching the Ficsmas tree. Now if you place them here, you can see how these raise. To avoid that, do use the nudge function. So once you've found the position, you can nudge it into place like so. And you're going to place 6 smelters and then merge all of their outputs. We're then going to place down a container and connect that. And you'll also want to make sure that you have some splitters feeding these smelters. Next, connect all of these together. And then finally, the last thing that you need to do is set all of the smelters to the red ornament. And there you are. That's the first blueprint complete. It'll allow you to place them all and continually produce the red ornaments. Next, we have our blue Ficsmas ornament, and you'll notice that it's exactly the same. So all you need to do with this one is take the red ornament blueprint that we've just set up, and you're going to replace it with the blue Ficsmas ornament instead. And there you are. You can now have your second blueprint, super quick and easy to do. The next blueprint that we're going to look at will be the Ficsmas branch blueprint. This is going to produce a total of 30 Ficsmas branches per minute from 2 Ficsmas trees. By the way, all of these blueprints will be available on our Patreon as well, so if you don't want to create these yourself, you can jump over there. This is another really easy blueprint to do. So we're going to take 2 Ficsmas trees, and from here, we're going to grab our constructors. We're going to place them just slightly in front. And on the output side of the constructors, we're going to grab a merger and connect all of these outputs. And then on the other side, we're going to place a splitter and a merger just in front of that so that they're touching. Now you should be able to connect the Ficsmas trees to the merger without any issues, and then connect the splitter between the 3 constructors. Set the constructors to Ficsmas branch. Then you'll want to add some kind of container. And last but not least, add some kind of power pole. And there you are. you'll now be able to produce your Ficsmas branches in a quick and easy blueprint. Our next blueprint is the candy cane and Ficsmas bow blueprint. This is another easy one to do, like the others before, and you may even notice some similarities. This section in the middle is exactly what we did in the last build, but shifted over by one, and then in front of that we have a single Ficsmas tree and constructor. So I'll show you really quickly how to do this over here. So for this one, we're going to place our two Ficsmas trees over the halfway points on the third and fourth column. And then we're also going to place a Ficsmas tree right in the end left column as well. We then need to place a constructor followed by 3 more in a line. This one's going to be set to candy cane, and we will run the Ficsmas tree output straight into this one. And then here we're going to do the same that we did before. So remember to have the splitter against the output of the middle one, then the merger on both sides. In fact, with this one, you can use a manifold merger, and we're going to have all of the outputs in this section here. Once you've placed all of them, make sure to have your power poles all connected and select the recipe, which is the Ficsmas bow for these 3. With this, you'll be producing 15 Ficsmas bows and 5 candy canes per minute. If there's one thing that's guaranteed with Ficsmas, it's the need for a lot of Ficsmas gifts. And to help with that, I have built this 11 Ficsmas gift tree setup. This Ficsmas tree setup is really simple. You're going to have 4 Ficsmas trees all facing one direction into the square, 4 on the opposite side as well. And then in the center here, we're going to have 3 more Ficsmas trees, although it'll look nicer and symmetrical if we place it in the center, so we'll do that. Next, all we need to do is place a merger down the center line. You're going to want to place one leading out through the center, and then also another merging line along the other side. Once done, connect these all up. This will produce a total of 165 Ficsmas gifts per minute. So you're going to want to make sure to use mark 3 belts in order to run this. It would help if I get my mergers the right way around. And there you are, a nice and simple Ficsmas tree blueprint. Our next blueprint is for the copper and iron ornaments. These are created in the foundry setup, and you can use this setup both for the iron ones and for the copper ones. Let's set it up. The difference with this blueprint is that rather than producing the items there, you're going to have to import your iron ingots and your blue ornaments, or your red ornaments and your copper ingots for the copper and iron ornaments. But we will get started by placing 6 foundries. We're going to place them just facing inwards. And once you've placed your 6 foundries, you're then going to grab a merger. This is the same system that I use in my steel blueprints. So we will have our output this side, and we're just going to run sets of 2 mergers for each foundry, and we're going to belt all of these up. Now that you've got your mergers in place, we're now going to place down our splitters. These are going to be directly on top of the mergers, and you're going to want to place them 4 high, followed by deleting the one between the merger and the middle splitters. Once you've run a line through all of your splitters, you're then going to grab your elevators. You can use the Mark 1 elevators, and the first set is going to go straight over the top of your foundry into the associated splitter. And we'll do this on both sides. And then the other input, we're going to run the elevator across the top of the previous elevator that we placed. I believe this is also the most compact way of doing your foundries, so if you are setting up your first steel lines and wanting to use a blueprint, then you can use this system as well. Once done, it should look something like this, and you're now going to add your power wherever you see fit, connecting all the lines together. And the last thing to do is to set what color ornaments you want to produce. And there you are. So this one's creating the copper Ficsmas ornaments, but if you want, you can also set another one for the iron Ficsmas ornaments as well. Just make sure that you have enough of an input of those resources for that. But there you are, guys. I hope you found this video helpful in creating your own Ficsmas blueprints. If you did, please do hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. And remember, we are going to be covering some more blueprints in the next few days. So I will be creating some more blueprints in the live stream if you do want to join me on there, hopefully on Wednesday, if not, certainly on Saturday. But until next time, special thanks does go to all of our amazing supporters on Patreon, most notably our Solarclipse patrons, James Irwin, 5 Lesson Treble, as well as our Lunas, the Calamity Ben Star and That Dude AW, as well as our Blood Moon of the day, which today is the Souchan Husky. Until next time, as always, ciao for now.